cannot imagine what we were going through in Tihar jail, and today I'm overwhelmed with emotion seeing all of you, because the union, the students of JNU, the JNU 14 did not belong in Tihar jail. We belonged in the campus, and we are in campus. And thank you to all of you who built pressure outside the jail, outside the campus, inside the campus to ensure that what the state had decided for us, the fate that the state, the Vice Chancellor and Delhi Police had decided for us, your protests, your slogans and your revolutionary spirit has saved us from Tihar jail, from our barrack, and we are back for good in Jawaharlal Nehru University. This movement of ours had started in B.R. Ambedkar Central Library. This movement, and I stand behind the portraits of B.R. Ambedkar and Periyar. This movement had started in B.R. Ambedkar Central Library as a movement for dignity, as a movement for self-respect. We had told the Vice Chancellor, we had told to Manorama Tripathi that our bodies will not be surveyed before entering into our libraries. Of farm laborers, he had gone to a school in Kerala and declared that a Dalit girl will walk through the doors of that school. This was his protest. And the feudal Brahminical goons then had decided that it is better to burn off that school rather than to allow a Dalit girl from entering into that school. And then Ayan Kali led a protest that lasted for more than a year, in which he declared that the paddy fields of all of these feudal landlords will run dry, and these paddy fields will only grow wheat as long as students coming from marginalized sections do not get the education that they deserve. And when I, a student coming from a marginalized section in Kerala, comes to Jawaharlal Nehru University, this Brahminical Vice Chancellor had the guts and the audacity to block this gate, shut this gate in a union's march that we were leading. And to that Vice Chancellor, I would like to tell, to that Brahminical Delhi police that had the audacity to break the photograph of B.R. Ambedkar, I would like to say that. The movement that started from B.R. Ambedkar Central Library, when we entered Tihar jail, the first photograph that we saw was that of Ambedkar, and that was of Bhagat Singh. And today, when we are released from Tihar jail, it is this portrait that has saved us. It is this portrait that I'm holding. And there is no feudal goon in Delhi police, no feudal Brahminical Vice Chancellor in Pink Palace that will again have the audacity to break the portrait of Baba Sahib Ambedkar in this campus, and we will ensure that, we have ensured that. This Vice Chancellor quite shamelessly had declared to the media that UGC equity regulations are totally unnecessary. Madam Vice Chancellor, it is your university in which the Equal Opportunity Cell does not even reply back to mails of casteism, of caste discrimination. Madam Vice Chancellor, it is your walls, the hostel walls of your university that had written to students coming from marginalized sections, Dalit Bharat Chodo, Chamar Bharat Chodo. Madam Vice Chancellor, it is this university, Jawaharlal Nehru University, when manual scavenging was openly taking place in front of Jhelum Hostel. Madam Vice Chancellor, it is your chief librarian who has been while he granted us bail. So your Brahminical police, your Brahminical administration will do nothing to us. Our spirits are intact. We have been in the hard jail. Our spirits are intact. The union spines are intact. And the movement that you want to shut down with an arrest warrant, that movement we will lead from here. And not an inch back, not an inch back, not an inch back. Because if Vasant Kunj police station and the police personnel there do have the audacity to break through the portrait of B.R. Ambedkar, then it is on the constitution drafted by B.R. Ambedkar that we will grant bail. We will assert our right to union. We'll assert our right to dissent. We'll assert our right to assemble. And we'll assert our right to lead a movement for UGC equity regulations and Rohit Act. This, Madam Vice Chancellor, I know the surveillance of this video is reaching to you in your pink palace. Let me tell you very clearly, when we had gone to the hard jail, you claim of sisterhood, you claim of womanhood, you claim to be the first Vice Chancellor of this university. Your office bearers and others, your activists who were jailed in Tihar, they were stripped naked and asked to squat. Shame on you Shame on you that your students were stripped naked in front of strangers and asked to squat. Shame on you that male Delhi police officers dragged us, assaulted us and kicked us into your police vans. But then I will tell to you, Vice Chancellor, our spirit is intact because we have seen आपके दमन में कितना दम है, हमने देख भी लिया आपके जेल में कितनी जगह है. And this movement we will lead because UGC equity regulations had come about after the struggle of mothers of Payal Tadvi, Rohit Vemala, Radhika Amma, Abhida Tadvi and many others whose children you had kept in central universities but you had discriminated them to the heights that they chose, that you did. You committed institutional murders on them. Let me tell you, when I went to the hard jail, when we were in the hard jail, we could see the blue sky. And in that blue sky, there were red stars. That blue sky that Ambedkar had envisioned for us, none of your Brahminical agendas can stop us. That blue sky is open before us, is open before us. This blue sky is ours, this blue sky is yours. This blue sky is ours to win back and we will ensure that it is done. When we had gone to the hard jail, the police and the wardens and all of the prison police officers had warned us, had warned Comrade Danish, Comrade Aditi that you have come here for the first time. Don't repeat this mistake. Don't engage in any more protests. Don't come back again. But we went inside. We met the inmates and the inmates unanimously said, don't come back again. But the fight you're leading outside, fight it ferociously. Because you are our voices outside. And let me tell you, it is with great regard the recall of Gulfisha Fatima. From this stage, revolutionary greetings to all of the political prisoners, Umar Khalid, Shirjeel Imam, and many others who got released. Because 3 days was enough for us. But you guys are still there. And revolutionary greetings, Jai Bhim and Lal Salam to your unbroken, unshattered spirit. Among the inmates we met there, among the detainees we met there was a disproportionate amount of women who come from marginalized sections. And there is a disproportionate amount of Brahminical goons, Brahminical professors who are committing NFSC and sitting in these universities. Your agenda is very clear. Your government brought about this UGC equity regulations. And there was an orchestrated protest against it. You're opening up the jails for marginalized sections, mothers to go and get detained. You're opening up the hard jail for us protesters, for us students demanding Rohit Act. But you're keeping your university doors alive and open for students coming from already privileged sections. And JNU, if it is kept alive, JNU, if the spirit is kept alive, it only because 268 rupees is not just an educational fee structure. 268 rupees is a hope, it's dream for those inmates to teach their children. And it is their fight, unequivocally, in complete solidarity with all of the detainees in Tihar jail. It is their fight that we're leading outside. It is the spirit that we're taking up here. And 268 rupees and the spirit of JNU should not be just kept alive for us. It should be kept alive for those detainee mothers who are inside Tihar jail, for them to dream about, to think about a better education for their children. And UGC Act and Rohit Act, UGC Equity Regulations and Rohit Act should be implemented in our campuses so that those mothers like Abida Tadvi, mothers like Radhika Amma can send their children to universities without fear of caste discrimination. And if Ayyankali had opened the doors of schools for Dalit students, we will never let this door of JNU be shut in front of us. You can put us in Tihar jail, you can build upon us FIRs, you can rusticate us, put us out of bounds, but the spirit of JNU, we are quite sure that even when we were away, this JNU was alive, the spirit of JNU was alive, the resilience of JNU was alive. It is the struggle of JNU that will lead the path for this movement, and this movement is not shut down. This movement we will lead. Our spirit is intact, our spine is intact. This union will lead this movement. Inqilab Zindabad, Jai Bhim, Lal Salam.